Dorit, baby, poo poo, buttercup, it is time to call your attorney, get the ball moving, start the divorce proceedings. And Sutton, you you are your mother's daughter. Let's get into it. Girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl, can we gossip? Gossip, gossip, girl. What's tea, Petty Bunch? Yes, welcome back to another episode of Girl. Girl, girl, can we gossip with the petty one? Yes, we are back for another car chronicle. Yes, y'all know I gotta get this done on the lunch break, okay? Because this week it's been kind of wild. I would have my review done by now, but it's been busy. I've had a busy week. So now I have a little bit of me time and I can get into this. First, before, where are my manners? Before we hop into this latest episode of the girlies down in the 90210, I want to thank all of my subscribers as usual. Thank you guys for just taking a chance, clicking on a video, and checking out my channel. Again, continue to like my content, share my content. You guys know that is a free way to support my channel. All right. And without further ado, since I've been seeing in the comments, some people have been saying, I need to do my homework. I did my homework. And it's funny because you know what? For us content creators, we all have our own style and our own spin on how we do what it is that we do. The only way that we do what we do. If you picking up what I'm putting down. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so this whole Dorit and PK montage that they bored us with at the beginning of this episode, I was just kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's me, but I've always felt that PK has been pompous. He's been arrogant. He always with the but baby. Oh, Dorit, baby. You know, he's giving just pompous. Um, what is it? Cocky, just overly confident. And I think, like Dorit was telling the girlies down at Kathy Hilton's good dinner, she's been protecting him, and you can definitely see that when we were introduced to Dorit, she was the eye candy. She was the trophy wife, the Barbie on his arm. And it was almost kind of like, she had an opinion, but most of the time it's when you're spoken to. I don't give no shits about your opinion. So that's kind of been how I've been feeling about, Dorit and PK since we were introduced to them. So we know that, so it started off with them being in love and he was professing his love and I love you and we love each other. You're my rib. He didn't say this. This is me being overly dramatic, but he just, this overtly profession of love. And it was kind of like, we get it. You love your wife. But for me, it was just like, it was too showy. So then we watch how they are on this nice this nice hill, and then you slowly start to see who the real PK is. And so the montage transitioned onto the harder sides of marriage, where we got to see where Dorit faced some serious trauma, people breaking into her home. Your home is your safe place. That's your castle. That's the place that you hold near and dear to your heart. And when someone violates that space, it's kind of like you don't feel protected, not one bit. And to see the footage of, those thieves breaking into her house, that was traumatic. So, of course, her having PTSD goes without saying. It's understandable. So then the montage shows, the crumbles and the breaks in the marriage with PK, not being as supportive as a wife would want her husband to be. I mean, is it me? But watching him sit with her in therapy sessions, I was kind of like, to me, I felt like he could be more, he could have given her more. He could have been more, I don't know, more empathetic, because from what your wife was saying, she faced some serious ass trauma. And for you to just be sitting up here like, oh, I mean, we did see him cry at one point. Don't come for me. We did see him cry a little bit, but it was kind of like he could not understand that she was still going through the long suffering of what happens with PTSD. It doesn't just like end overnight. And so I felt like he could have been, just more empathetic. So now we know that these two, they are not friends any longer. She was used as, again, as a wife. If you have a great relationship with your spouse, they become your everything. They become your best friend. You communicate with them multiple times throughout the day. You talk to them a lot. And so for Dorit, going from always talking to her husband, and now it's like he done flipped the script on her, because y'all know they had that 4 hour therapy session where he showed his ass from what she was saying. And he stood up talking about, I don't want to be married anymore, I want a divorce, and all this crazy shit like that. So now it's like they're not, they don't even speak from what she was saying. So basically, it was just giving us a preview of what was happening towards the end of the episode, where Kathy, Bose, and Erika basically told her, baby, get your ducks in a row, buckle up, buttercup, because the man that you married, he ain't here no more. This is somebody different. Somebody that, of course, Dorit revealed that he emailed her 7 pages. Aaliyah, I mean, she did a 4 page letter, but this dude did a 7 page letter where he was very detailed about what he expected her to do and all this other shit. So that was crazy. So, a scene that I thought was so, I thought it was like, this is why I love Bose, because she's like, what you're not going to do, baby, these are diamonds. These are diamonds, baby. So y'all remember Miss Kathy, she's always getting her little IVs or whatnot. And so she had called Bose to invite her over for dinner, because Kathy and Rick had just got back from Italy. And, she wanted to hang out with the ladies. So she invited them over. And so Bose had on this beautiful necklace. And so Kathy's squinting. What are those puka shells or those pearls? And my good sis, Bose said, these are diamonds, baby. Yes, these are diamonds, Kathy. You are not the only rich bitch on the show, okay? Miss Bose has some money. She got some long. Sutton and Garcelle, let's get into them. I'm going to say Sutton and Garcelle give me odd couple, best, true bestie vibes. They are always there for one another. They match each other's energy. And I really think that Garcelle is most definitely good for Sutton. So Sutton invites Garcelle over, and Garcelle shows up like, hey, I thought we were supposed to be casual. You got on this dress. And Sutton, well, how squirrely and how squirrely acting Sutton is. So Sutton's like, yeah, I need to talk, and I had to figure out how to get you over here. And Garcelle is like, what's tea? What's up? Why am I here? So Sutton basically put it out there. I want you to come with me to my hometown of Augusta, Georgia, because I want you to meet my mom. And I'm gonna have to say, as much hell as I know I give Sutton, and a lot of people may give Sutton, she she's giving us a different piece of who she is. And after meeting her mother, Reba, I'm starting to see why Sutton is the way that she is. I mean, think about it. we come from our parents. So, of course, we are going to pick up characteristics and traits that they have given us. So now, after meeting Reba, we sort of see why Sutton is snarky and why Sutton can be a bit snippy at times. So Garcelle is honored. Like Sutton, there's no other place I would rather be. I got you. I'm here. I'm here for it. And so then they call Kyle on FaceTime because they want to invite her too. So I could see why Sutton wanted to invite Kyle and Garcelle. Not because, not, I feel like, so Sutton's reasoning, and I support it 1000%, is that Sutton and her mom are at an impasse. They are kind of estranged. It's very much awkward between them. And so Sutton wanted Garcelle and Kyle there to, buffer their time around each other because both Garcelle and Kyle have lost their moms. So Sutton is needing that, that extra support, that word of encouragement that they could give her as far as bridging the gap between she and her mom because, at the end of the day, we only got one mama, one daddy, and when they are gone, there's no more shoulda, woulda, coulda. There's no more, dang, I wish I could call mom or I wish I could call dad because they're no longer here. So I thought that was, mature of Sutton to, invite them and have them come with her to bridge the gap between her and her mom. So I thought that was pretty cool. And of course, Kyle is ecstatic because none of the other ladies are gonna be there. So she doesn't have to worry about anybody trying to, put the full court press on her, even though she and Dorit have buried the hatchet. But y'all know how these shows go. You could bury the hatchet one episode and then the next scene you are talking to your friends like, I can't believe, let's get into what such and such and such and such and such said, which we find out that we get into that. So we see that, what is the, oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay. So Dorit and Bose links up. Bose shows up at Dorit's house. And like I just said a few seconds ago, you know how one minute we burying the hatchet. Oh, I love you, friend. Let's get right back. Let's get back on a good, let's get back on good footing with each other. And you could hug it out, girl. We cool, we cool. But when you get back around your closer friends, what you gonna do? Girl, can you believe that she had the unmitigated gall to say XYZ ABC? And that is what happened when our new bestie duo, which I love to see because, y'all, okay, yeah, people have given Dorit a hard time because we know that she was a Karen the way that she treated Garcelle, but she and Garcelle have since buried the hatchet, and they are two on good footing. But y'all know, again, these messy ass housewives, nobody really is on good footing. So they get together and they're talking about Garcelle's beach day, where the sister circle all got together to, get rid of the toxicity, to clear the air. And so they spilling tea about Sutton, like, yo, the toxicity. I I cannot, I can't get with it. And that was basically what the both of them were saying in regards to Sutton. And so Dorit was just like, pretty much like, damn, I was really trying to be vulnerable with the ladies to tell them about, an intimate conversation that I had with Jagger while we were out walking dogs. And Jagger asking me, are me and his dad divorced? And while she's in the middle of talking about that, y'all remember Sutton can be a bitch sometimes. And in that moment, Sutton, that was a bitch move because this woman was trying to connect on a mother level, which you are a mother who's going through a tumultuous time in her marriage. You and Christian have gone through a tumultuous time in your marriage. So to see Sutton cut her off, like, oh, we gotta go. Garcelle is waiting for us. She doesn't want any toxicity when we get to her home. Da 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 da. That it was uncouth. It was mean. It was it was janky. It was a janky move, and and they're talking about it. So again, they're talking about that, and then the conversation transitions into her and PK. And one of the things I have to say with Dorit going through this situation with PK, Bose has been a welcome distraction as well as just a good friend. Sometimes in life you go through something unexpected and you just have that one friend that just shows up and they're just straight clutch for you. Whatever you need, they got you 10 toes down. They holding you down. And that is what Bose has done for, Dorit. And that's when Dorit reveals that she sent, so PK was back in London. She sent him a text, just saying, hey, I know you're coming back, to Beverly Hills. We need to work on our communication. We need to work on being nice, being kinder to one another. And PK never responded to the text. So she texted him again. And this little Oompa Loompa had the audacity to say, I'm at a friend's wedding. What do you want? Like that. And it's like, damn. It's like sometimes I look at people and it's like when you see marriages dissolve, to see like how someone you once revered and shared your innermost secrets with, and for them to start acting like an asshole, that's crazy to me. That's beyond me. That's beyond me. So Bose was pretty much telling her girlfriend, start getting prepared because he is showing his ass. Right now, he's giving you his ass to kiss, and be prepared. Be prepared. Okay. So with us meeting Bose, I'd love to see the softer side of Bose, because when we were introduced to Bose, we see that she is a money making mama. She is a money making mama. She is a CEO. She's a boss bish in her own right. She is that girl, that girl, that girl. And to see her in a different light with her boyfriend Keely is a sight to see. So Bose and Keely, I'm gonna tell you, they walked in that restaurant, baby. They was giving us melanin. They was probably smelling like jojoba oil, uh, coconut oil, shea butter, Jergens, cherry almond lotion, all the things. They just looked good. They looked like, just, y'all know, like, okay, as a black person, y'all know, like, back in the day, if you are from like the Midwest or somewhere, where it's cold, did your mamas ever put Vaseline or like Vaseline on your face in a wintertime because they didn't want your skin to get chapped or chafed, and they just wanted your skin to just look moisturized and hydrated? That's what they looked like. They was just moisturized and just melanin, just mwah, mwah, just beautiful. So they walk up in the restaurant and they are, just so lovey-dovey, and they're talking about marriage, like, hey, where are we headed, where are we, Keely does not have kids. Bose wants to have kids. Bose wants to be married. Bose is 47 and is like, sir, I want to make sure we are on the same page, on the same path. And Keely once again reassures her that they most definitely are on the same path, that marriage is on his menu, just not sure when. And so one of the things that Keely said, that they are very much locked in, but what he loves about the relationship is that, again, Bose is not putting the full court press on him. And ladies, y'all know, like, sometimes it's like you want something, but it's like you gotta let a man be a man and let the man do what he does when he's ready to do it, because if you push him into something, he will eventually be regretful. So never, like, I'm no marriage guru, but I just celebrated 10 years of marriage, and what I've learned is just let let the man lead. If he is for you, if you feel that God has placed him in your life, then let him lead. Just let him lead. And when I mean lead, open a ring box, get down on one knee and ask you to be his forever boo. Okay? That's all I can say. But it was just good watching Bose, you know, find love again, because last time she's with someone undeserving of her time, of her space, of her. So that was good. I liked that scene. I thought, again, seeing Bose, a softer side of her, was definitely good. So they did that. Okay, production. Kyle has been gaslighting Andy Cohen. Why? Why is Kyle still on the show? Kyle has been gaslighting us all of season 14. She and Mo are separated, but she doesn't want to talk about it. I'm going through some things. Kyle, what are you going through? I don't want to talk about it. So now we see her and Mo. This was awkward as hell to me. Her and Mo meet up at the gun range because he wants her to look at guns. He wants her to, since she's living alone, he wants her to feel protected and to have protection. So they go shoot guns. I I I didn't care about any of this. I just, again, I feel like you all are gaslighting us. You guys are not holding Kyle's feet to the fire whatsoever. She has tap danced and pussyfooted around this whole situation. Again, Kyle is the enforcer of accountability. She held Lisa to accountability so much that Ken kicked her out of their damn house because he was like, you're not going to be stressing my wife out. Get the hell out. So he kicked her out. Again, with Erika, when Erika was going through this shit with Tom and the victims, his clients, the victims, and he was, just misappropriating those funds. Kyle, you gotta be honest about, you knew where the money was going, Erika, and all the stuff like that. Pressing her feet to the fire again with Denise Richards, coming for Denise, just insisting that Denise and Brandy Glanville was in each other's cookie jars. I mean, like, cookie jars, cootie cats, whatever the hell y'all want to call it, a hot pocket. She questioned her down, like interrogated this woman. By the way, Denise Richards, congratulations, got a new show coming out on Bravo. Can't remember. Denise and Her Wild Things, March the 4th. I am so excited for Denise, and I know it's some of these housewives that are gagging, because Denise got her own show. She got her own show. And we get to see her and Charlie Sheen's kids and their dysfunction. I'm here for it. Congrats, Denise. You deserve it, especially with all the hell that Kyle put you through. So, yeah, Kyle interrogated Denise to be damned, okay? Kyle also came for Sutton as well, trying to hold Sutton accountable. And then Sutton hit her with the Nymel. So it's like, Kyle, you and Mo coming together, you guys aren't talking about the elephant in the room. You're at the gun range, and then you get emotional, and then he hugs you, you cry, and you're asking him about his bachelor pad, and he's talking about, I've really just been eating soups, like basically like he's a whole ass bachelor, and y'all could have scrapped that. I guess they called Mo and said, hey, You're obligated to come shoot with your wife. I don't know. I just, for me, it was bullshit. And again, Andy Cohen, I feel like you hold some people to the fire. It's like Candace said, the line is always moving. Andy, the line is always moving. It's always moving. And you have your faves, and some of your faves, you just do not hold them accountable. Because, I mean, what was this? What was this? What was this? Now, let me go find more of my notes. Now, what is it? Yeah. So, next scene, Garcelle, Sutton, and what's her name? Wait a minute. Garcelle, Kyle, and Sutton are on their way to Augusta, Georgia. Sutton lets us know that, you know, you move away from your hometown, you will always feel a kinship to your hometown, the place that made you. So Sutton is still saying that she keeps in touch with her friends, that Augusta will always be home. There's no place like home. So basically, Sutton has this opulent home. Okay, just the moldings, it was just opulent, just grandiose. But we don't expect anything less from Sutton Strack. Okay, so they get to the house. She shows the ladies their rooms, and again, they are equally as opulent and sophisticated and sassy and all that stuff, all the Sutton things. And so in comes Sutton's little mama Reba and her boyfriend. I'm gonna call him George, I can't remember his name. So they come walking in, and so Garcelle and Kyle are happy to see her. Hey, how are you? And so they hug her and George, and Garcelle, oh, Reba, I got something for you. So Garcelle presents her with a box, and Reba makes a little joke. Can't remember what she said, but she opens the box. Now, Garcelle went to Saks to get this scarf, and we know that it cost some money. So Reba pulls the scarf out of the box, unimpressed. Totally unimpressed. And I get it. It's like it is polite that when someone is hosting you in their home, that you do want to bring a gift. But shit, the way Reba acted, Garcelle said, I should have did what Kyle did and just brought my damn self, pretty much. Because Reba looked at that scarf like, okay, maybe I could wear it as a sarong or something. But you could see that Reba was not feeling that damn blue scarf. And I was just like, damn little old ungrateful ass. So she, so they tour the backyard, and we see that that Reba lives in the mother-in-law suite. And so one of the issues that Sutton has with her mom is that Sutton feels like her mom has not, given her flowers, or have said, Sutton, I'm proud of you and everything that you've done. But Sutton feels that her mother has been very supportive of her ex-husband Christian, and she's always calling her, well, Christian did this, did you see what Christian did here? And Christian. And you guys know, back in 2021 when Sutton opened her store, Reba was there, and again, Reba was unimpressed. Like, and it's like, you can kind of understand why Sutton is the way that she is, because it's like, you can't rise above your raising. So it's like, Sutton has her quirks and her squirreliness and her meanness from her mama, because her damn mama is mean. Reba is mean. I don't care what y'all say. Reba mean. Reba is mean. So they're all outside talking, and so they start talking about kids, and so Reba's like, calls Sutton's one son weird. And then they all start laughing, and then Garcelle's like, yeah, I got one of those too. Like, I have a weird son too. And so Reba looks at Garcelle like, I know, and all the stuff like that. And Kyle is like, what, should I say that my kid is weird too, or whatever? So I just thought it was crazy. It was just like, okay. So then Reba and George, Sutton is like, okay, I'm sick of Reba right now. So Reba and George go back to her house, and the ladies get ready for dinner and they go to this Italian restaurant. And so while they're there, I feel okay. So while they're there, Sutton is opening up more about the demise of her, relationship with her mom. And she's just like, again, Sutton does not feel supported, but Sutton said she doesn't really feel respected or whatnot. So I don't know where Garcelle got the bright ass idea to say that she would talk to Reba. But I'm here for it. Garcelle, listen, as someone who too loves her friend girls and wishes them all the best and will always be an ear when my ear is needed, I ain't saying shit to nobody's mama that I don't know and have not developed a relationship with. Then you gave this woman a scarf and she looked at it like it was trash. So again, Garcelle, kudos to you for wanting to be putting your cape on and wanting to be super bestie and wanting to make Sutton feel better. But I'm with Kyle on this one. Kyle is like, yeah, I don't really think that's a good. Next scene, we transition back to Kathy's house where she again is hosting the ladies, and Kathy and her lemon themed situation. She's got lemons here, lemons there, lemons everywhere. So all the ladies show up. Erika, and we've got Dorit, and we have Bose, and of course they're all dressed to the nines just to sit at Kathy's table on her lanai. And so the ladies are talking, and they're like, "Yeah, it's time. Pretty much, yeah, it's time to get the party started, whatnot." And so the topic of the ladies being in Augusta comes up, and Dorita's like, "Wait a minute, Augusta." And so Erika's like, "Yeah, they're in Augusta." So Erika fills the sister circle in that, the other day she and Garcelle were getting IVs and they were talking, and Garcelle just let it be known that yeah, Kyle and I are headed to Augusta to meet Reba. And so Erica's like, well, why didn't Sutton share that with the sister circle? Which is true, Sutton, you were the one that made everyone tie those god awful blue ribbon that you damn near shackled to everybody's wrist to say, this is a sisterhood, we support each other, if we have issues we should be able to talk about it, but yet and still you ain't told them shit. And so I'm just like, Sutton, the line is always moving. Sutton can do things that other people cannot do, and at the end of the day, Sutton just does not like when she is confronted and she has to be made accountable. And so that's pretty much why she did not invite Erika, and she did not invite Dorit, and she did not invite Bose. So then Dorit brings up, wait a minute, Erika, aren't you from Georgia? And Erika's like, yeah, I'm about 90 minutes north. Yeah. So again, Sutton, you, again, mousy, squirrely behavior. Sutton, But again, like I said, I can see why she did not invite them, because there is some vitriol, and Sutton said there's like this push pull thing, and I don't know. Part of me is kind of thinking that because Dorit, Sutton, and Erika Jane have strong personalities, they kind of on the I feel like they all have this. I'm the HBIC, they all got that type of attitude, and it's like they don't want to be questioned, they don't want to be challenged, and they're like very defensive if you have seen them, interact over the years. So it's kind of like they all have this, they all got like this chip on their shoulders. So I think they're all the same in that regard. So now, while so Kathy transitions the ladies to the dinner table, and so they're at the table, and pretty much Dorit is telling them that her life is shitty right now. But before they talk about the shittiness of Dorit's life, Bose let it be known, like, hey, I want to know more about Kyle. I don't know much about her. I feel like she's very cold. And I feel that way because, she was on the outs with Dorit. And because I gravitated towards Dorit, I think that's why I'm getting this vibe from her. So Kathy pretty much said that, Kyle, again, as big sisters do, she's protecting her little sister, and she's just like, hey, Kyle's going through some things. I'm treading lightly when it comes to my sister and the events going on in her marriage at the moment. So they kind of hashed that out. But back to Dorit and her shitty life, she's just pretty much saying that she's tired of protecting PK and that he almost has been an absentee dad, and she's tired of his shit. So the ladies are pretty much telling her, ma'am, it's time to get an attorney. He don't want you no more. Things are only going to get worse. And then the more Dorit talked about it, Erika brought it up that PK is acting an ass because they are 6 months from being married 10 years. Now, if you married 10 years, California is a community property state, meaning that everything they own will be split down the middle. So, that was like the big revelation. They're like, oh my God, he is tripping out and flipping the fuck out because he wants to try to divorce me before we reach the 10-year mark and before this shit is community property, and he got to split shit with me. So, yeah, they told her, buckle up, buttercup. It's not going to get any better. Erika's like, protect yourself, bae. Get an attorney. And Erika's saying, I'm saying this for you, and I'm also saying it for myself. I didn't do the things that I'm telling you to do, which I should have done. So that's pretty much where the episode ends. The next episode, we see Garcelle and Reba. And Reba, don't stick your nose in my business. So we're going to see how that goes. Petty Bunch, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this episode. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. And it's cold as hell out here. And I got to get ready to get back to work. So I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Peace. Girl, can we gossip? Gossip. Gossip. Girl, can we gossip? Gossip. Gossip. Girl, can we gossip? Gossip. Gossip girl.